So I want to talk about, I know I'm going to post this on YouTube, but I would like to talk about a breakup I'm recently going through. So there was a guy I dated. I met him on a dating app. I don't want to discuss his name due to private issues and I don't want to expose it. So, um, yeah, we met on a dating app 6 months ago, almost not 6 months ago. We met last fall, and it was a queer South Asian dating app. And the relationship, it was all right. It wasn't that bad of a relationship, but there was some red flags about him. Like, even though because obviously, um, if you are South Asian or Indian, like Indian South Asian, like Sri Lankan, Indian, Pakistani, like if your parents are like pushing you towards getting married at like 25, because I'm currently 29 and I'm single and I'm trying to find someone, but because now I'm realizing, yeah, the clock's ticking for me and dating prospects are not looking too good for me. But it will happen when it's supposed to happen. But I'm someone who believes in practicality over kismet. Like, you got to put yourself out there. Like, if you've put yourself out there enough, then something will come up. You just got to be patient and continue putting yourself out there. So, anyways, the guy I matched with on that queer South Asian dating app, he was from Bombay. He was at that time he was 26, and I believe he told me he was working for L'Oreal. He lived in New Jersey at the time, and I was living at home and with my parents in State College, and I wanted to, because at that time my mom was like pushing me towards marriage, and she was like, "Oh, dude, when are you getting married? You're getting close to that age, buddy." So at that time, like, I was in the closet, so I did not know, like, I didn't discover my sexual orientation, and I was like, you know what? Let me try this, and I wanted to make sure that I was ready, but at that time I wasn't ready for marriage. I was like, you know what, let's give this a shot and see what happens. And once we matched on that app, we continued talking, chatting, and then sometime in October, he texted me saying, "Do you see this relationship fizzle out, or what do you see?" I was like, "Huh?" I was like, in my head, it was like, well, at that time, I didn't think it was a red flag. Now, looking back on it, I'm like, yeah, that's a red flag. Because now I'm dating with intention that I am looking for something serious. I'm not looking for fizzle soda. All right. And we had our first date, the first in November. It was all right. It was a good date. Fast forward to January, when the founder of that app messaged me on Instagram. He was saying, like, "Oh, did you and your ex want to do a joint interview?" I was like, I was down for it. I was like, "Yeah, I'm down for this interview. Let me ask him." And then I asked him, saying, like, "Hey, I said, hey, did you want to go for this interview?" I said, and he said no, because if we break up. I'm like, what? But, like, these were red flags, and I was so dumb not to see these fucking red flags. Like, oh my god, fuck me. So, but I didn't pay much mind. I just was like, I messaged him, was like, you know what, let's just take one day at a time, see what happens. We can't just like rush things. So yeah, and then April, my brother was coming to visit me, and I wanted to spend the day with my brother, and he came for the weekend, and I forgot to text my ex at the time, because he believed in midnight birthday messages, and I forgot. Ooh, the sun's in my eyes. It's okay. He forgot to text. Excuse me. I forgot to text him. Excuse me, because he was expecting me to text him at midnight, and it was a birthday message because he wished me a happy birthday, and I wanted to text him back, but I forgot because my brother was visiting me and I had an alarm clock. And then the next day he broke up with me over text because of a birthday message. I was like, bro. Yeah. And I visited my parents over the weekend, and my ex texted me back. We reconciled, he apologized, And then I think in a couple weeks, because at that time when I was dating him, I was living with my parents, and I was so scared of coming out to my parents, because of that event. I came out to my dad. I came out to my dad as bisexual, and he kind of took it well, but my mom didn't. So he was asking a lot of questions. They were uncomfortable, but I mean, better than nothing. So he took it a little better than my mom did. Yeah, and then my brother was like, "Yeah, this ex that you're dating right now. Yeah, he's not the right man for you. Just keep your options open." At that time, I was kind of serious about my ex, but not. But I kept him as a backup option because I was scared to come out to my parents as gay. That's the actual truth. And then I was downloading Grindr because I was scared to because he was offering me these mixed signals. And there was a psychic that I saw on TikTok, and she messaged me saying like, "Oh, this ex that you're dating, he's gonna be the love of your life. He's going to love you forever, blah blah blah." And that's the psychic scammer who recommended me my ex, the guy who worked at L'Oreal, who was 26. But unfortunately it didn't work out because a couple weeks later, after he had his health scare and his grandpa passing away in India, I told him about the infidelity, and obviously I'm not proud of the infidelity. And then we discussed, like, I had to lie to him. I was scared that we might break up, and he said this discussion will lead to us whether we're going to stay together or not. And I lied to him, and I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud of it at all. And then he told me later on saying, "Your karma is coming." And at that time I didn't know. And then I put two and together, basically saying that, okay, that the same way I kept him as an option, as a backup plan, and he's doing the same thing. But again, the reason why I kept him as a backup plan is because I was scared that maybe the relationship wouldn't last long, and my fear of coming out to my family. So, yeah, and we broke up 4 months ago, and now we're almost at the end of August, and yeah, and the psychic who I saw, who messaged me on TikTok, was basically saying, "Yeah, you need to do these magic spells, otherwise he's gonna leave. He's gonna leave you sometime in September." I was like, "Yeah, baby girl, we're almost in September, so I mean, might as well let him go." Yeah, and then the relationship kind of fell apart after that missed birthday text, and it was because he had a lot of trauma from his schooling, and his schooling, because he was gay and autistic, and I could see a mirror reflection because I'm also gay and I'm also autistic, so I could relate to his story a little bit. But I'm trying to overcome my issues, and every day, like, I've stood up to myself and even my parents. So, I mean, I don't know what else to say other than I wish him nothing but the best. And I hope he comes around, because he had said he was going to block me on everything, but he just blocked me on LinkedIn, but kept me unblocked everywhere else. iMessage, WhatsApp, email. That's about it. Yeah, he blocked me on LinkedIn, but kept me unblocked on everywhere else, after he said he was going to block me everywhere else after he sent that long text message of saying we break up. So that's a lie. And he said that it was going to take him months to heal from this trauma, but it took him 2 months to move on. 2 months! 2 freaking months. We broke up in April. He didn't move on until June. Oh man, this is a lot to unpack. And I was crying because obviously, like, it definitely hurt me, and I know I hurt him, and that was not good. I kept him as an option, but him hurting me back, that's not karma. It's not karmic justice. It's karmic stupidity. I'm gonna keep it real and honest. Like I said, it's not because we weren't meant to be, but it's because, like, both parties are at fault. Both parties are at fault. Me for the betrayal, him for giving me mixed signals, and the fake ass karmic justice. And then I paid that psychic a lot of money because I thought I saw a future with this man, but unfortunately things didn't happen, because there was this one thing she said, this perpetrator spell is affecting your relationship. You have to pay this much money. And I stupidly paid, I think it was like $500. And I asked her to cover. I was like, oh, okay, I'll cover for you. And then she came back with me saying, oh, you need to pay more money. And then she said, there's this attraction spell that costs $6K. I was like, $6K? You serious? Fuck that. And I blocked her right on the spot. And I said, like, no, I'm not gonna pay $6K. If you want to try to get my ex back, it has to be cheaper. And then she said, like, oh, but I'm paying so much money. Like, she was basically acting like a fucking victim. So, I believe late last month into early this month, I decided to block the scammer and my ex. And I messaged my ex one last time saying that I apologize for the pain and betrayal I caused, but I will not accept karmic betrayal, because as a Hindu, I believe karma should be natural, not human-made. So I wished him all the best. So yeah, the lessons I took from this experience is trust yourself, trust your gut, because my grandfather, he served in the CID, which is the FBI of India. And like it's kind of like a third eye, a gut feeling that's been passed down from generation to generation. And now I'm starting to develop that gut feeling. So, I mean, yeah, I really hope I can learn from my lesson, and I take full responsibility for that betrayal. And now I feel happy that I'm out of this relationship. But I should have not broken trust. But my brother was right. Had I stayed 6 more months, things could have gotten worse. So yeah, have a good day and stay positive.